how the season actually does go in the spring. But for our last topic today, shifting a little bit. So he played at Utah, one of the best all-time quarterbacks for the University of Utah to produce, Alex Smith. Let's talk about this leg injury that he had and how we expect him to do now that he has been cleared to play. So, Sammy, what do you got?
So, breaking his leg in 2 different places, 17 surgeries, almost losing his leg, almost losing his life. It's not worth the risk. Just because he was cleared to play doesn't mean that he should play. I love Alex Smith. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks in all of Utah history. Just because you are given permission to do something doesn't mean you should. I would be scared to hit him as a defensive player, scared that I would break him. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Well, Alex Smith, comeback player of potentially the decade, the century. Mm-hmm. This guy almost died. The injury was a compound leg fracture. Following the surgery on the fracture, Alex got a really bad infection, and there was a colonization of bacteria all throughout his soft tissue, and the doctors actually had to remove huge portions of muscle, skin, and tissue. And they discovered that he had flesh-eating bacteria. That is insane. He was septic, so that means that his organs were failing and he had extremely low blood pressure. So he's essentially dying. This guy was dying because of an injury that he got from the NFL. Now, over the course of 9 months, like you said, Sammy, 17 surgeries, and almost 2 years after the injury, Alex has been cleared for football activity. And I've seen some images, some photos. He's lacing up. He's putting pads on. He's putting helmets on. He is throwing passes. Now, is this a good idea? Maybe. I can't say yes or no one way or the other because, yes, he's a little bit older, and he got a really bad injury, and almost died. But to me, that was so rare to have happened. And it was a nasty injury. I don't think that's an injury that's going to happen to him again. You know, to me, it's not like an ACL tear where you tear it once, you go out and play again, you step the wrong way and you tear it again. This is a freak injury. And I think if Alex really wants to give it a go, why not try?
The risks in this are so high. There's risks that the injury could happen again. It could be a worse break. He could actually lose his leg. He could actually die. There's a lot of things that outweigh playing football. Alex, from what we understand, is like knowing his situation, he's been really financially like conservant. He knows like how to manage his money. It's not like he's been spending money on Ferraris and Lamborghinis and just blowing all of his money. He's been safe. So it's not like he would run out of funds. He's safe. He's good on that aspect. Just finish out your contract. Back up Dwayne Haskins. Even maybe be third string. Washington is not in a position where they're like in dire need of figuring out who their quarterback is. Dwayne Haskins is their quarterback. Alex Smith, I love him to pieces. I just don't think he ever takes another live snap. Ever. There's just no way. And if you're Ron Rivera, you have to think about it. Like, do you really want to risk this dude's life to play football? Alex has some young kids. Like, do you want to have to be the reason that his kids don't have a dad? Like, there's so many options. Like, I love him. Don't play. Just finish it out.
So just to give you some numbers of what Alex did before this injury, he played 10 games. He had a 62.5% completion rate, over 2,000 yards. He averaged 6.7 yards a pass. He had 10 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and his quarterback rating was 85.7. To me, should he come back and start? No, absolutely not. But why not stick around? Why not see, hey, maybe the first string quarterback gets injured. Maybe the second string quarterback gets injured. And you come in, you play a couple snaps, you throw the football around a little bit, and you kind of just ride off into the sunset. I think that's the biggest thing for Alex is he didn't want to finish football with a gruesome injury that almost killed him. Alex Smith, to me, it seems that he wants to have a final season to play one more time, to contribute to a team, and then finish. And I think that's what he should do. I think that would be honorable, and I think that, you know, don't start, dude. I mean, unless he's coming out and doing crazy things, and the coach says, you know, Alex, look, I'm going to offer you the starting position, and he decides to take it. But you know, that's his own choice. But I think honestly, he does play maybe one more season this last year, contribute, and just ride off into the sunset.
Yeah, I think he will announce his retirement in some time in the next couple of months. There's no way that he plays in 2023, 2022. I don't think that's how this is going to work. This story for Alex Smith, the fact that he came back from this serious injury is fantastic. Comeback player of the decade. It's just not worth it. Just sit on the bench, just be your backup, and then just ride off into the sunset.
There you go. Alex, if you're listening, this is approved.
We still love you.
Listen to us. We love you. Well, Sammy, that's all the time that we've got for today. We want to thank everybody for joining us here on U-Dash. Please don't forget to follow us on social media, on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Dash Sports TV. And also check out our website, dashsports.tv. We will see you all next week. And as always, go Utes.